If you thought the Blueface Chrisean Rock saga was finally cooling down, buckle up, because the mothers just entered the battlefield, and all logic has officially left the chat. Out of nowhere, Chrisean Rock's mom decides to jump in and speak her truth about Blueface. And you already know Carlissa Anderson, the queen of chaos, the self-appointed spokesperson for dysfunction, was not about to let that slide. Within hours, Carlissa went nuclear online. We're talking rant level 10, Wi-Fi-fueled warfare, and enough Instagram lives to crash the algorithm. She didn't just respond, she detonated. If shade were an Olympic sport, she just earned the platinum medal. This isn't just a family feud anymore. This is Avengers Toxic Family Edition. Both moms are swinging, Blueface is MIA, and Chrisean is caught in the middle like a glitching referee. The internet hasn't seen a meltdown this messy since Kanye discovered Twitter. And tonight, we're unpacking every outrageous quote, every screenshot, and every moment of chaos that made Carlissa's meltdown go viral faster than a Zeus Network fight clip. Welcome to Celeb Aura, where peace doesn't exist, truth gets filtered through Wi-Fi, and family business becomes public entertainment. It started with one phone call, one interview, and one mom who simply couldn't resist the urge to speak. Chrisean Rock's mother, who's been quiet for months, suddenly popped out of nowhere and decided it was time to drop her truth about Blueface, her daughter, and the circus they call a relationship. She didn't whisper. She delivered her thoughts like she was reading a sermon. She said, "I told Chrisean from the start and that boy was trouble." The clip spread faster than Carlissa could refresh her feed. And if there's one thing you never do, it's speak on Blueface around Carlissa Anderson. The second that interview hit the timeline, Carlissa's rage went from simmer to explosion. No hesitation, no breathing exercises. She jumped straight online like she was clocking into her shift at Drama HQ. "Who told that lady she could talk about my family?" She barked into her phone. And just like that, the internet got a front row seat to another Carlissa classic. A meltdown so fierce it made the Real Housewives look polite. She wasn't just mad, she was activated. "Don't nobody come for my son unless you're ready for the truth," she said, eyes wild, energy shaking, phone shaking even harder. Fans instantly knew what that meant. Carlissa was about to take us on a ride of wild claims, twisted logic, and receipts that usually come from thin air. Within minutes, her live was everywhere, reposted, clipped, remixed, and memed into oblivion, one fan tweeted. "Every time Carlissa logs on, my blood pressure goes up." Another wrote, "Somebody take this woman's Wi-Fi before she sues the internet again." But nothing could stop her. She was locked in, ready for war. She said, "Y'all got mothers out here defending chaos, but I'm defending truth." Translation, she's about to defend her son by attacking everyone else's mother. That's when she started dragging. She called out Chrisean's mom directly, mocking her for talking about parenting, while her daughter out here boxing men on camera. It was brutal. She said, "You can't raise peace when you grew up in pain." That line instantly went viral. Some people called it profound. Others called it delusional. Either way, Carlissa was trending, and she knew it. Within hours, blogs picked up the story. Carlissa Anderson claps back at Chrisean's mom. Blueface's mom goes off on live. The moms are beefing. Blueface fans can't breathe. The headlines were multiplying like Chrisean's punch count. It was messy, hilarious, and impossible to look away from. The internet started calling it the mom war. 2 women, 2 Instagram lives, and 1 poor baby caught in the middle. Comment sections became war zones. Team Carlissa said she was just defending her son. Team Chrisean's mom said Carlissa was projecting her own guilt. And then there was the third group, the spectators, who didn't pick sides. They just grabbed popcorn and prayed for more chaos. Blueface, of course, was silent, still locked up, still unavailable for comment, still letting his mom handle public relations like she's his personal crisis manager. Except her crisis management strategy is pure gasoline. Chrisean, meanwhile, tried to play it cool. She didn't go live right away. She dropped cryptic posts like, "God don't like ugly, but he's still watching y'all act up." That was all it took. The fans instantly connected the dots. It was subtle shade with a holy twist, the type of post that drives Carlissa insane. Carlissa responded within an hour, because of course she did. "Don't bring God into your mess," she shouted into her phone. "You better bring a DNA test instead." It was chaos poetry, the kind of quote that should be printed on Zeus merchandise. By the end of the day, both mothers were trending, both families were being dragged, and the internet was thriving on the dysfunction. Fans were making side-by-side comparison videos, scoring the feud like a boxing match. Round 1, Chrisean's mom threw shade. Round 2, Carlissa threw a grenade. One tweet summed it up perfectly. When moms beef harder than their kids, it's over. Somebody called Dr. Phil and Zeus at the same time. And the worst part? This wasn't even the first time. The Blueface Chrisean family feud is the gift that keeps on giving. Every few months, a new relative enters the ring. But this time, it hit different. Because moms were supposed to be the adults. Instead, they became the main characters. People started asking, where's the baby in all this? Why are two grandmothers fighting for followers? The irony was too much. This wasn't family unity, and it was family marketing. Carlissa had mastered the art of turning dysfunction into dialogue. Every rant, every live, every breakdown was engagement. Still, the backlash was intense. Influencers started speaking out, saying the whole feud was embarrassing. "Y'all supposed to be mothers," one said. "You acting like YouTubers chasing clout." But Carlissa doesn't feel embarrassment. She feels momentum. And the more people dragged her, the louder she got. "Y'all mad 'cause I'm real," she said. "But I'll stay loud till the truth comes out." Except no one knew what truth she was talking about. Her live was full of contradictions, contradictions wrapped in insults, insults wrapped in motherly pride. She said she wasn't beefing, then called Chrisean's mom a discount prophet. She said she loved peace, then challenged her to come talk face to face. It wasn't a feud anymore, it was performance art. And Carlissa was the Beyoncé of bad decisions. By the time night fell, the internet had crowned her Queen Carlissa of Chaos. The comments were endless. Some called her brave, others called her insane. But whether you loved or hated her, you were watching. And that's exactly what she wanted. Because deep down, Carlissa knows the truth about fame in this era. You don't need talent, you just need tension. And she's mastered both. By the next morning, the internet wasn't just buzzing, it was screaming. The mom war had officially gone global. TikTokers were stitching clips, bloggers were analyzing body language, and Twitter was on fire with one-liners that could burn through steel. Carlissa Anderson had gone viral again, but this time, she had an opponent equally unfiltered. Chrisean Rock's mom. The only woman on earth capable of matching Carlissa's chaos watt for watt. The internet started calling it the Battle of the Matriarchs. 2 women, 2 ring lights, 1 public meltdown. It was like Love and Hip Hop Generational Warfare Edition. Carlissa was already on her 3rd live of the day, face tight with fury and Wi-Fi connection strong enough to ruin reputations in 4K. "That woman don't know nothing about raising kids," she said. "She got nerve speaking on my son when her daughter out here losing her mind for him." The comment section went ballistic. "Carlissa out here fighting ghosts," one user wrote. Another said, "This is the WWE of motherhood, and nobody's tagging out." Every sentence she spoke was quotable. Every rant became a meme. The internet wasn't just watching, it was invested. But Chrisean's mom wasn't staying quiet either. Within hours, she jumped online for a live of her own, looking calm but ready. "See, that woman got too much to say," she began. "She need to worry about her son and stop worrying about mine." And just like that, round 2 began. Her tone was less screech and more sermon, like a pastor who'd had enough of the congregation's nonsense. She said Carlissa was jealous, controlling, and obsessed with keeping her son in drama so she could stay relevant. Fans were divided instantly. Team Carlissa said she was protecting her blood. Team Chrisean's mom said she was preaching facts. And the rest of the internet? They were making reaction videos, sipping tea, and thanking both women for the free entertainment. Then came the receipts. Chrisean's mom started sharing screenshots of old DMs, claiming Carlissa had messaged her before, trying to fix things, only to turn around and talk trash online. Whether the screenshots were real or not didn't even matter. The internet doesn't need proof. It just needs drama. And Carlissa? She wasn't about to let someone else have the spotlight for long. She came back swinging. "Don't play with me, lady," she snapped on another live. "I tried to talk peace, but you ain't built for peace, you built for pain." Her eyes wide, her tone volcanic, her words dripping in sarcasm. "You ain't no mother, you a menace." Fans started calling her Carlissa the quote machine. Even her haters couldn't deny the woman had bars. Meanwhile, people started digging up old clips of both moms talking about their kids' relationship. One moment they were defending them, One moment they were defending them, the next they were dragging them. The hypocrisy was delicious. One viral tweet said, "These moms need a group chat, not an audience." Another added, "At this point, Zeus Network should just give them a show. Forget Blueface and Chrisean." Celebrities even began chiming in. Tokyo Tony, the patron saint of drama mothers, commented under a blog post with a simple, Tamar Braxton liked a tweet calling Carlissa the Kris Jenner of chaos. It was spreading like wildfire. The moms weren't just trending, they were shaping internet culture in real time. But what made this feud hit differently was the emotional undercurrent beneath the madness. Between the insults and the rants, you could feel something deeper. Bitterness, jealousy, maybe even regret. Carlissa wasn't just fighting Chrisean's mom. She was fighting for control over a narrative that's been slipping away since her son met Chrisean. Every time Chrisean wins sympathy online, Carlissa loses ground. And she knows it. That's why her tone isn't just anger. It's desperation in disguise. She started saying things like, "I made Blueface who he is. Without me, there'd be no him." That line alone sent the internet spiraling. The comments were relentless. "Ma'am, you birthed him, not produced his mixtape." Somebody tell Carlissa this isn't a Grammy speech. But the more people mocked her, the more she doubled down. It was like she'd rather be hated than ignored. Chrisean's mom, though, she was just getting started. She called Carlissa's behavior spiritual warfare, saying, "That woman got demons she passing down like family recipes." That quote lit up social media. Some said it was poetic, others called it unhinged, but one thing was certain. Both of these women were weaponizing motherhood for clout. The internet ate it up. YouTubers dropped videos titled Carlissa vs. Chrisean's Mom: The Final Showdown. TikTokers started reenacting their rants using wigs and fake nails. People were literally auditioning to play them in imaginary reality shows. The feud had transcended drama. It was pop culture now. By the end of day 2, both moms had posted cryptic Bible verses, deleted them, gone live again, and re-deleted those lives. The digital battlefield was scorched. Blueface and Chrisean's names were trending, but the stars were their mothers, two women who'd turned pain into performance. Still, the irony wasn't lost on anyone. These women were fighting for their kids, but neither child seemed to want the fight. Blueface was silent, probably shaking his head in disbelief from wherever he was. Chrisean posted a selfie with her baby and wrote, "Peace is louder than chaos." Fans immediately crowned her the winner by default, and yet, Carlissa wasn't backing down. The more the internet mocked her, the more powerful she felt. She said, "They gonna talk about me anyway. Might as well give them something to say." It was her unofficial motto. She was addicted to attention, even if it meant destroying every bridge she ever built. It wasn't just a feud now, it was an addiction. 2 moms, 2 egos, 1 algorithm, and everyone watching knew this train wasn't slowing down anytime soon. Because in the world of Blueface and Chrisean Rock, drama doesn't die. It multiplies, and Carlissa Anderson, she's the queen bee of the hive. Loud, chaotic, and always ready to sting again. By day 3, the chaos had evolved into pure digital warfare. It wasn't just a feud anymore, it was a spectacle, a gladiator match between 2 women who had turned motherhood into performance art. Every gossip blog, every podcast, every meme page was orbiting around them like moths to a dumpster fire. Carlissa Anderson vs. Chrisean's mom wasn't just trending, it had its own hashtag, fan theories, and even fantasy league matchups. The internet was calling it the mother of all meltdowns. Fans were keeping score in real time. One post said, "Round 1, Carlissa for audacity. Round 2, Chrisean's mom for delivery. Round 3, humanity for losing." It was pure insanity, and everyone was addicted. Carlissa, as expected, was still going strong. She jumped on yet another live, declaring, "That woman got 1 daughter and still can't control her, but I got a whole legacy to protect." The comment section exploded. People started asking, legacy of what? Twitter beef? Others said she was projecting more than a movie theater, but Carlissa didn't care. She was locked in, emotionally and algorithmically. Every viewer, every comment, every repost, that was her oxygen. Chrisean's mom wasn't staying quiet, though. She went on her own live, this time with backup. Her sister sitting next to her, nodding in agreement like a hype woman for holy shade. "Carlissa don't know peace because she never met it," she said. "She need to let go of her son and let God handle the rest." Boom. That line alone shook the internet. It was clipped, captioned, and remixed across platforms within minutes. Someone even auto-tuned it into a gospel song titled "Let God Handle It, Carlissa's Mix." Meanwhile, Chrisean Rock herself tried to play peacemaker. She tweeted, "I love both moms, but y'all embarrassing." It was calm, rational, and completely useless. The internet thrives on chaos, not compromise. Carlissa immediately clapped back saying, "Embarrassing? The only embarrassment is a woman who forgets where she came from." It was a subliminal grenade wrapped in fake wisdom. By now, everyone knew this wasn't about parenting anymore. This was about power. Both mothers were fighting for the same thing: control of the narrative. Carlissa wanted to reclaim the spotlight she lost when Chrisean became the face of her son's fame. Chrisean's mom wanted to prove she raised the stronger woman. It was generational ego at its finest. Two matriarchs battling for dominance in front of millions of spectators. The public reaction was ruthless. Fans started compiling top 10 Carlissa meltdowns videos. Twitter threads analyzed her psychological warfare like she was a case study. One viral post said, "Carlissa is what happens when Wi-Fi gets inherited." Another said, "Chrisean's mom came with prayers. Carlissa came with paragraphs." It was digital demolition in real time, but deep down people started realizing this wasn't funny anymore. Beneath the entertainment, there was something raw, something tragic. Both women were clearly hurting. They'd become caricatures of their pain, performing dysfunction for an audience that only applauded when they screamed louder. The feud wasn't just exposing their relationship, it was exposing how fame had poisoned every part of their lives. Carlissa had turned into a symbol of what happens when attention becomes addiction. She wasn't arguing for truth anymore. She was arguing for relevance. Every time she went live, it wasn't to defend her son. It was to make sure people didn't forget her name. And the saddest part? It worked. By the end of the week, Blueface's name wasn't trending for music, jail updates, or controversy. It was trending because of his mom. Chrisean's mother, meanwhile, had gone from background character to full-blown internet prophet. She started preaching about cycles of brokenness, and fans, yes, actual fans, started quoting her like she was Oprah. Even Zeus Network allegedly reached out, offering the moms their own spin-off special. The internet laughed, but everyone knew it could actually happen. Because in this timeline, clout is the only currency, and the Blueface family has the Federal Reserve. But the aftermath wasn't all fun and memes. A few days later, both women's lives went quiet. Eerily quiet. No new posts, no new rants, no new subliminals. It was like the storm had finally run out of energy. Fans wondered if the silence was real or just the calm before another digital hurricane. One tweet said, "Carlissa's probably charging her phone right now, and it got 50,000 likes in an hour." Then, out of nowhere, Chrisean posted a single message. "Forgiveness don't mean forgetfulness." It was cryptic but powerful. People took it as a sign she was done feeding the fire. And that's when Carlissa, you guessed it, went live again. "Ain't nobody forgiving me for speaking facts," she said, eyes blazing. "Y'all can't cancel what God created." The internet groaned collectively. "Here we go again," one fan wrote. The truth is, Carlissa can't stop. The drama isn't just a phase, it's her brand. She's built her identity around chaos, and every feud is fuel. Every mention, every meme, every headline keeps her relevant in a world that forgets people in seconds. Chrisean's mom might have entered the game late, but Carlissa? She is the game, so what's next? Probably another explosion, another round of tears, another viral clip that'll make the internet lose its mind all over again? Because in the world of Carlissa Anderson, peace is the enemy and attention is the addiction. And as much as the internet laughs at her, it's addicted too. Because love her or hate her, you can't scroll past her. Carlissa doesn't just dominate drama, she is drama. And as long as there's Wi-Fi, she'll keep the circus going. In the end, the moms didn't just join the chaos, they became the chaos. The family feud evolved into a digital dynasty of dysfunction. And if there's one thing we've learned from all this, it's that in the Blueface universe, the cameras never stop, the shade never ends. And the mothers? They'll always find a new way to make the internet stop and stare. And that, folks, is the volcanic finale of the Mother War Blueface edition. What started as a family disagreement turned into a Hollywood-level internet event. 2 moms, 2 phones, and 1 global audience that just couldn't look away. Carlissa Anderson didn't just explode, she erupted. Chrisean's mom clapped back like she'd been training for this moment her whole life. And the result? The most chaotic crossover since Zeus Network discovered editing software. Let's be honest, no PR team in the world could fix this. Blueface is silent, Chrisean's praying for peace, and both moms are out here running their own talk shows from their living rooms. This isn't parenting, this is programming. They've turned real life into reality TV, and somehow we're all still tuning in like it's the season finale. But before you scroll away, let's keep it real. You know you love the mess, so go ahead and smash that like button like you're slapping Carlissa's phone out of her hand mid-live. Subscribe like you're signing up for exclusive backstage access to the next meltdown, and drop your hottest take in the comments. Who won this round, Team Carlissa or Team Chrisean's mom? Because this is Celeb Aura, where scandals are currency, drama is legacy, and peace. Peace doesn't trend. Stay locked in. The next explosion is always one live away.